seems like it's been a million years ago since I saw you last.
Why does it seem so long?
Just so much has happened. I mean, I had so many people. My friends died. My mom died. My friends died. And a lot of people passed away. A lot.
This is Carrie. About 4.5 years ago, she was my final interview in a series with folks living across the U.S. South. As I gave her a ride, she shared about her difficult life in West Virginia. Her story would go on to become the second most popular on the periphery. This is our follow-up interview, and the story of her life today. It's also the story of why and how I found her. About 1 year ago, I started a nonprofit to distribute the proceeds of my humanitarian videos to those featured in them. This began with those in my homelessness documentary, The Wall, and then it went to my main YouTube star, Arkansas Bill. This past fall, I realized next should come Carrie. With her video having earned over $1,000, that money was for her. I tried to find Carrie by reaching out to those who commented on the video saying they knew her, but no luck. So, I decided to drive down to West Virginia and try to find her myself. Through Wisconsin and Illinois, through Indiana and Ohio, the Midwest then gave way to Appalachia as I entered the scenic state of West Virginia. Then we got right to it. That evening, I started my search for Carrie by returning to the place I met her, the Dollar General in Rand. With just her photo and video, I asked workers and customers if they knew where I could find Carrie. None could. Neither could the owners of a nearby pizza parlor or the folks at a dive bar, whose bartender greeted my entrance with a "We're only serving regulars." The pizza guys, whose pizza, by the way, was amazing, told me to try the liquor store. But the clerk there evidently confused Carrie with someone else when telling me she had died in the fall. While searching the area obituaries on my phone, a text message popped up. A woman from back at the Dollar General, after not being able to help me, came back out of her car to ask, "Hey, can I have your card? My dad knows everyone around here." She texted me with the lead: a street intersection and a brick house. There, a white-haired lady in a University of West Virginia sweatshirt greeted me at the door, only to tell me this wasn't the place. But before I could even say goodbye, I heard a voice from the street behind me. "Excuse me?" Turning around, her voice continued. "I couldn't help but overhear you," said a young woman. "Are you looking for Carrie?" "Yeah," I said. "Are you the one who made that video?" "Yeah, that's me. I just watched it about a month ago," she said. "I know Carrie's son and know where she's staying." Christina took me to Carrie just a couple of blocks away, and we arranged this follow-up conversation the following day. There's your big mean dog, eh?
You walk right here real fast and I'll be right back.
So we'll be doing it in here? Right here? Okay, great.
Listen, when we did the last one, okay, I didn't know you put it on YouTube, nothing, right? I'm walking around, everybody's like, "I seen your YouTube video, I seen," the police come on, "Carrie, I seen your YouTube, we watched it."
Alright, we're just gonna do a sound check. Okay. How are you?
Great. They're great.
How different are you now than you were then?
We lost our houses just because we couldn't pay $2,000 back taxes. And we're living in a motel up here on the hill, and we're getting kicked out of it because we can't pay. And it's just horrible. Very. Yeah. In a lot of ways, yeah. It seems like it's been a million years ago since I saw you last.
Why does it seem so long?
Just so much has happened. I had so many people. My friends died.
My mom died, my friends died, and a lot of people passed away. A lot.
You said that at the time that a lot of people were passing away.
When you watch your friends die and all that, yeah, it gets.
You've seen that?
Oh yeah, a lot of my friends have died.
Yeah, well, it's like, 1,000 times more. I don't know. It's just crazy as far as overdoses and people just dying. So, I mean, like a lot of them I just watched grow up. They was in my Sunday school class or something. And or my mom had daycare when, something like that. And it's pretty bad when, you get so used to people dying that you're just like, oh, okay. And that was like one of your good friends, And, yeah, he died. She died.
What's kept you from becoming one of those people?
I don't do heroin. I use meth.
To this day?
Yeah. It makes me numb that's the only reason I do it. Because if I don't do it, I'm sad. And I'm not being sad. And then, all those deaths and, losses, it'll come back and hit me all at once.
Were all the overdoses that you know from heroin?
Except I overdosed on meth twice in 6 weeks. I mean, they couldn't get my blood pressure back up and everything. And I was shooting eyes. And I didn't start doing any of that until, my mom and my kids, everybody left. And,
After those 2 incidences, did you think, I gotta stop?
No. I wasn't going to stop. I wasn't going to be sad. I'd rather be dead than sad. I know it's awful, but...
Did you think, this is gonna kill me?
I didn't care back then.
Do you care now?
Yeah.
Do you fear another overdose, though?
No.
What's different now than then?
I don't shoot up. I quit using needles. And I do very little meth now. I mean, there was back, I was, doing shots of a gram of meth, Now, there's just very little. And I snort it just to...
And you're content with that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because as long as I just snort a little bit, just keep me balanced out, I'm not sad, I mean, I was married 26 years. Mm-hmm. And I had, I would say 4 years ago, right around, real close when you was here. Real close. Because I was staying in the motel.
And you would think this little rundown motel I'd be able to, huh?
Who stays in this place?
Huh?
Who stays in this place? Tourists? Locals?
No, yeah, just people who's down on their luck and...
So it's a rough place.
Yeah, oh yeah, rough.
I was by myself completely. I had 2 houses, had 4 cars, had 5 kids, married, I had nephews were staying with my mom. I mean, I had a busy life, And then within just, my kids got taken, all 5 of my kids were gone. Their dad took them out of the county and didn't bring them back. And then he was supposed to. And my mom died. God, I mean, this is I know it's crazy.
Have you...
In a month, 2 months time, all that. Well, heck, God, why are you so mad at me?
What started
my husband went to jail for domestic, and I was sick of it, and I don't know. And so I wasn't going to have nothing else to do with it. I was done. I had 3 emergency surgeries. I mean, one time, he kicked me in my privates. I mean, I was in the hospital 2 weeks. Had to have emergency surgery on that. He knocked my teeth out. Anyway, it's just all kinds. He hit me one time and shattered my face. Shattered it. I had to have surgery on it, and it was horrible. Well, every time I'd put him in jail, he'd beat on me and my kids all week. And then the sergeant would say, "Oh, Carrie," he'd go to jail. My husband. The sergeant would call and said, "Carrie, well, I'm going to get him out today. We have a job to do tomorrow." Hey, really? It took me 3 days, 3 days of getting beat on, you know what I'm saying? And you're just going to come, just get him and bring him back, I mean, this went on for years.
It seems like you've been so beat down, literally and figuratively, by life that when the kids left, when he took the kids, you just kind of threw your hands in the air. Would you say you gave up?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Would you say you've given up since then?
I just changed. I mean, me and my kids were tight. I mean, tighter than most parents' children, you know, and their children. And, I mean, really.
Just even 5 years ago, they were tight.
Oh,
you were
yeah,
really close.
yeah, we were.
Do you want that back?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Do you think it can come back?
Yeah.
Do you think it can come back as things are now?
Yeah. No, because I'd be too scared.
Scared of what?
And losing them walking away again and me being going through all that stuff, going through all that again. Losing them again. Honestly.
Does it hurt when you see families? Like, that could be me or...
No, I don't think of it. I don't feel, you know, but that's, you know, but like my kids, I will start thinking about them, and then I got shaking my head, no, you know, and go do something, go jump in the river, anything, you know. No, that's what
Are you going to be able to survive that when it comes?
What?
That dread, that pain that you dread.
Well, hopefully my kids will come back and I won't have to face that. Yeah, they'll be around me more. I'd probably grieve myself to death, you know? If they didn't want to come back then, I'd be like, oh my God, you know, I was a good mom. Because, you know, why wouldn't they come back? So, yeah, that would be awful. That would be horrible. To me, the fear of that is worse than anything. Of, you know, them saying, oh, okay, you got your life right. Okay, good mom. Well, you know. Yeah, bye. That's a lot more... That'd be more awful than all that other stuff I've been through. That would have been...
Perhaps the main general big question then is, you talk about life here, and you were in an abusive situation, but the police weren't cooperative, even though you wish they were.
Yeah.
And you describe life around here as having these issues in general, right? Mm-hmm. So the drugs, the violence and whatnot. What do you think is most needed to turn it around, to get people off drugs, living a better life?
Rand is, they call it Dodge City or whatever, but it's close because they're small, and the people they used to stick together and help each other, and if they're an outsider came in, but it's not, the loyalty's not there anymore. I think the one thing, I mean, all drugs need to go, but they need to do something about the heroin that's killing people. I think there's like one family that the kids hadn't been taken away. My kids wasn't taken away, but they were, you know, they're not with me. There was no kids there used to be tons of kids around. You know.
How would we get the heroin out of here?
I don't know.
What's your outlook?
No, I don't plan on being on it forever. You know, I do want to get off of it. I mean, my kids they're young adults, but they're more mature than I am right now. You know, but that's just because, I don't know. Well, I know I have to change, but...
What?
I have to change me. I have to, yeah, so, yeah, get off the drugs. But I'm doing really good. I'm doing a lot less than what I ever was. A lot less.
Do you see yourself tapering off?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see yourself ending it?
Yeah, because, I mean, I quit shooting up, okay? And that was just my choice. I just wanted to, and I just put it down.
So what stopped you?
Huh? Well, because, why? I don't know. I just haven't wanted to, really. Because I go without it, and I wanted it. Oh, no, that was a brain fart. Now I want some.
You're hooked.
Well, I love it. I've done it, you know, on and off a long time. Well,
a lot of people are rooting for you. On that video. You know, over 900,000 people have seen it.
That's crazy.
You get comments, right? They say, oh, you know, I hope she does well. I hope she... I don't know if any of that means anything to you.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You know, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people watch the video. A lot of people are rooting for you. Obviously, I am. And I have $1,000 to give to you. And to know that there's a lot of people who are hoping then that you can face that pain you dread and live that life you know you want.
Mm. Yeah. I think I will. I know it will. I know I will. It's just been procrastinating it. Doing it slowly.
Is there anything we or that money might do to help you get there?
I don't know, I hadn't even thought about it.
What would help you get there?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't have no idea. I have no idea.
You'll need to hold someone's hand through that pain
Yeah,
when you do face it. What you said is going to just drive
I
you
just
nuts.
don't know if I don't know if I'll face it like that. I don't know.
Let me give you a hug. Okay? We'll sit it down so you can. All right?
I'll do it. I know I will. I know I can.
When's the last time you've had a hug?
I don't know. That's funny. I don't hug people. 'Cause I don't. Oh, my kids, I'll hug them. That's about all. I don't hug my kids. Usually I'm like, no. And I'm always like, no hugs. Yeah, because you're I'm one person that's like, no, don't touch me, don't, no physical. I'm very much like that. No.
Was it okay that I hugged you?
Yeah, that was fine, yeah. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I can't.
That's too bad.
Well, I never used to be like that. I never was, but yeah.
Get back to that.
Through our conversation, I relearned the lesson that people's lives are bigger than immediate impressions dictate. Earlier adult years for Carrie was a lifetime ago. All the while, the decades of life here has been setting the stage for her life today. Carrie's life is representative of the greater situation here in Rand, as well as the greater population of the millions living similarly across the country. Just as I was led to reunite with Carrie for this video on the periphery, we'll see what might develop for further stories and efforts from here. Stay tuned.